Hi guys, today I will explain the second phase of the command Raid Valtan. And phase 2 is classified into 3: Armor Burton, Naked Burton, and Ghost Burton. At first, better item that you need to take is Disruption Boom, Time Stop Drop, Collision Boom, and Dark Grenade or Flame Grenade. You can bring both Collision and Disrupt Boom, so only one person carry a Collision Boom and the last carry a Disrupt Boom. And there will be a skill that say Legion Destruction on your skill tooltip. Take this with you no matter what. When you encounter Burton for the first time, Burton will be using a buff. This can be erased by throwing a Disrupt Boom when the Burton faint. If you don't erase this, you won't be able to kill the Burton. When you encounter Burton for the first time, a lead mat appears under the Burton, and a little later, the Burton starts healing. At this time, all party members move into the direction of 3 o'clock. After that, the Burton heal will end. Burton stamp his feet twice and launch toward the party member. At this time, the person who brings the collision bomb should throw the collision bomb before the Burton launches. Afterward, the Burton launches and hit his head on the pillar and fall into a faint for a while. When Burton faints, except for the one who threw the collision bomb, last of them throw the disruption bomb you brought and using your all disruption skill. Then a man appears that the armor of the Burton has been destroyed and Burton falls into faint again. At this time, you can have a short pretty time. If even one person doesn't throw the disruption bomb, or if you throw the collision bomb late, Burton's armor can be destroyed. So let's make sure to throw it at the right timing as I explained it. If you look at the minimap, there will be blue bees at 1, 3, 9, and 11 o'clock wide. It falls of when the Burton destroy the world. If it is block the pattern of instant death of the Burton. Also, this will fill the Aster gate, so make sure to hit it. If you success in destroying it quickly, Burton jump and heal wind. If the destruction is late, there is a launch motion immediately. Then go to the filler where the bees remain and attract Burton. Then Burton will stab his feet twice and launch again. At the second launch, the destruction bomb will not be able to throw it because it is cool time. At this time, you only need to use the destruction skill. Afterward, the Burton swing the axe twice, then push down the front one with the axe and turn around. If you get hit by this, you'll push out a little with rigidity. And there's an explosion mat that sprayed out, Burton fly into the sky. Since then, 9 times spear have fallen from the sky for all players. If you get hit, you will get rigidity. The spear doesn't hit when all party members are scattered and working in a triangle. After a while, the Burton falls, causing a big explosion and damage to the entire map. At this time, you have to escape to the broken pillar, or if you move to the end of the 6 o'clock map, you doesn't hit this explosion. After that, the Burton will stamp his feet twice and launch again. A party member should attract the Burton to the remaining filler and fainting again, destroy the Burton's armor using a disruption skill and disruption boom, as I explained it earlier. After the armor is destroyed again, the Burton will jump and drop the spear again. After that, if you hit the Burton until 1/3 line, the Burton will start the instant death pattern. There are 2 ways to break this. One is using the Aster skill bound through, or there's a way for all party members to eat and avoid the bees that fall off the filler. I recommend bound through. Then the leader of the attack team use the Aster skill bound through. Based on the direction the leader look at, a round floor is appear. It is necessary to enter the floor plate to avoid immediate death pattern of Burton. Instant death pattern is that Burton hold the axe over its head and stop for a while and then shoot it down twice. At first, a pizza-shaped floorboard is created, and second thing is it damages the entire map. Using bound through, prevent the both damage. 2. Naked Burton. Afterward, if you hit the Burton, the screen will move away from about 120 line and all the outer wall of the map will break. The counter system is activated from the Naked Burton. When the counter is successful, as the gauge fills on a lot. Imposter pattern. About 110 line of Burton, fly above the sky. And one of the 8 party members has a pizza-shaped lead mat. The floorboard move along the imposter, and it is fixed after a while. When the floorboard is fixed, the imposter can escape from the lead floorboard and survive by using a time stop drug. If you are in the lead range, you will die unconditionally. If you can use a time stop draw, be careful because there will be a big damage. The remainder 7 party member can hide behind the stone filler protruding from the map. After the success of the imposter pattern, the imposter can have a pizza floor again and crush it in the same way as the imposter pattern. Even if you get hit during this pattern, you won't die, but it hurts a lot, so be careful. When the imposter pattern is over, the stones will explode, so don't be around the stones. There is a pattern of hiding behind the stone after the Therian destruction mat is over in line 85. From where the Therian is destroyed, the Burton comes to the center of the map with a hill width. At this time, a yellow mat appears on the floor, hiding behind the stone for a while, and then repeating the lead pizza pattern again. At this time, until the pizza pattern is over, Burton has the damage reduction buff. Simply think of it. Pizza pattern appears when the stone's pillar comes out. Counter catching pattern. Burton moves to the center and becomes invisible for a moment. Since then, a floor has been created under the feet of the party member. At this time, all the party members gather in the direction of 3 or 9 o'clock to guard the floor. Then Burton reaches out one hand and counter motion comes out. At this time, unlike other counter pattern, Burton's body does not shine blue. All party member going to front of the Burton's head, count 1, 2, 3 and use a counter skill. If the counter fail, Burton catches the player in front of him and everyone is couched, everyone's die. However, if a few people are not couched, Burton continue the counter pattern. And if the person who is not couched success in the counter, the party members who are couched will be released. A second Therian destruction. All Therian is destroyed and the risk of falling incident increased further. Also, unlike the 85 line, there is no man that the Therian will be destroyed, so avoid it where it has already been destroyed. The Potter pattern. Burtons open the Potter and disappear. After a while, Burton randomly select a target and attack with an axe. Then swing the axe in 4 directions. The spot where the Burton was hit once does not attack again, so move to the first spot. Since then, Burton hit the floor 5 times with his fist, and there's a mat that explodes under the character feet. If you get hit by this, you will fly away and die. Right before the 4-time axe is stamped, leader uses the bound through. All party members gather at 9 o'clock and move in a big circle in direction of 3 o'clock. Or it is convenient to stick to the side of the Burton and hold out using a time stop draw when the Burton hit the ground 4 times. After this pattern, yellow mat and stone filler appear again. Then you move to the no stone place because stone burst in a little while, so be careful. If you can't use bound through, hide behind the stone until yellow mat disappears. And get out before the stone burst. When hit by a yellow mat, you will fly and fall. If you come this pattern, you can see a rear Burton, Ghost Burton. The blood of the Burton starts from the line 14 and the buff of damage reduction being with 4 stack of normal and 6 stack of hard. If you counter the Ghost Burton that appear on the map randomly, you get a buff what we call purification. And if you get close to the Burton with this, one buff for reducing damage disappear. If the counter is successful, as the gauge is generated a lot. If counter fail, the ghost strike the ground in the shape of a cross. If you get hit, you can fly and fall, so be careful. In that way, you can remove the damage reduction buff from the Burton and fill the Aztec gauge to be used as the skill shillion. The pattern to be careful about ghost is the catch pattern. After a pen-shaped floorboard is appeared in front of the boss catch the people in the front. Afterward, the boss blew the wind and blew the character away. If you get caught in this, you will die. Also, after catching it, turn around to the other side and blow the wind. Then when flow disappears, move to the where the floor was. In addition, a portal opens outside the map and Burton's altar runs around. So be careful not to get hit by this. Now that the most important pattern description is over, I will explain the second most important pattern. 1. 3 counter pattern. Burton hold on X and stay for a moment. In a little while, Burton's body turns blue and this is the counter timing. There are 3 counter motions come out. If you fail, first and second counter doesn't die. Third counter fail, all party member will die. Third counter must be success. In hard, during this pattern, green beads are created to all party member. And when the bead busts, a floorboard is created around them. And if they are hit, they will get stiffened. So choose the first person to counter end, and rest of them gather at 6 o'clock and collect the bead. The reason for hitting the counter one by one is that even if you don't hit the counter, if you stop with the person who hit the counter, you will be silent. That means you can use your counter skill. Soul Beads pattern. A soul beads appear in the direction of 12, 3, 6, and 9 o'clock in the field. Then Burton shows the lush motion and start the counter pattern. At this time, 4 people have to eat the bead and the other people have to counter in front of Burton. If failure to eat bead, you have to increase in damage debuff for a minute and an increase in damage for those who eat bead. The neutralization pattern. It is an occasional pattern, and boss has a shield and neutralization gauge. First, you need to break the barrier with the damage skill, and you have to neutralize using a neutralization skill. 4. Grab pattern. Burton put his hand forward and lush. This pattern is very quickly, so it is the pattern that you should be most careful about. Afterward, a floorboard is appear in the shape of a white fan, and if it hit, you will fly. So avoid the Burton's side or side without the floor mat. Now I'll explain the basic attack pattern of Burton. 4-time shooting ground. Burton choose the target and shoot the axe 4 times. At this time, stay behind so that the party member don't get hit. Let's be careful, the 4th shoot is a big hit. Counter attack pattern. Burton hold the axe with both hands and collect energy. If it attack this time, Burton will swing the axe. Don't do anything at this time. Just gather at axe handle and stay until this pattern is end. Counter lush pattern. Burton stamp his feet twice. Counter timing is when his body turn on the blue. 4. Whirlwind. A red mat appear under the Burton. 5. Punching the ground. Burton put down the axe and shoot the ground with both hands. At first, the inside explode and then outside explode. 6. A dimensional portal. Burton make a portal and jump in. Afterward, Burton open the portal at a random location he select and comes out. And if you get hit, you will fly. 7. Front, back, front. Burton shoot the axe, his front, back, front. Last thing is big hit, so be careful. 8. Swing and shoot. Burton swing the axe twice and shoot it forward and spin around. After the Burton hits the axe, you can be attached in front of him, then you're not hit. After the last swing, the floor sprayed and bust. 9. Jump attack. Burton jumps and take turn in the front and side. Let's be careful because he sometimes jump and take it again. 10. Cross attack. Burton strike the front with an axe and stone fragment appear in cross shape. 11. Outside or inside. Burton lowers and you're caught in silence for a second. After that, when the axe shine, the front of the Burton explode, and if the axe does not shine, the outside of the Burton explode. 12. Spear drop. A Burton jump into the sky and throw a spear 3 times. And then randomly select a target the Burton's fall. The falling spot explode first, and then the outside explode. So look carefully and move. 13. Prison pattern. Burton's lure and randomly detain 3 people. You have to hit to release the detain, and if you can release it, the floor explains greatly around the person in detain.